Does he need a yellow? Got your yellow.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening and welcome to the Monday, October 27th, 2025 meeting of the Martinsville Board of Works and Safety. Meeting is hereby called to order. Mrs. Williams, will you please call roll?
Millie Bray,
Present.
Mayor Costin,
Present.
John Lillywhite.
Present.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Prior to tonight's meeting, you received a copy of the Tuesday, October 14th meeting minutes in your packets. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
Yes, Mayor, I feel like under new business, section B, we need to add to the minutes that you made a motion to deny the request and it was seconded and passed.
Okay, that was not in there?
No.
Okay. Stacey, do you see where she's talking about that?
Yes, I went ahead and corrected it on the minutes, and then when you sign it, I've already adjusted it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes with the adjustment.
I'll second that motion.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the minutes with the correction made. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. The motion carries. Mr. Porter?
Good evening, Board. It is that time of the year again as we look to the Christmas holiday season and then Bobby Helms Jingle Bell Rock Christmas Music Spectacular and tree lighting ceremony. You received in your packets their application. Just to recap very briefly, they're looking to close Morgan Street from Sycamore to Main, and then close Jefferson Street from Washington to Pike, and then something we've been doing all along is closing Pike Street from Main to Sycamore for security and safety reasons for any event that's going on at the venue. And Rob Helms is here if you have any questions. And this will be for that weekend, for that Saturday and Sunday, and because we do have the ice skating on North Jefferson Street. So
I don't have any questions. I've discussed it with them, and I'm totally comfortable. If there aren't any other questions, I would motion that we approve that request.
I'll second it.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the request for the street closures for the Jingle Bell Rock Christmas Music Spectacular and tree lighting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed no. The motion carries. Mr. Dunn?
First off, I owe you an explanation. You asked last week on that back truck what the warranty is. And it is 5 years, 100,000 miles on the chassis. And on the back portion itself, it's a 1-year warranty. And that's pretty standard with that type of equipment. We've never had an issue with the back portion. Well, I shouldn't say ever have an issue, but a 1-year warranty is not a problem. We have a chance to buy an F550 truck. It's new. It's actually a 2024. It was one of the late models that came out. It has 1,539 miles on it. It's never been used. It was only been used, driven for display purposes. It's a standard cab. It's a 9,500 pound payload capacity. It's got the big V8 gas engine. It's a stainless steel dump bed in the back. A snow plow comes with it, already attached, and a stainless steel salt spreader with a metal auger. And that's the cool thing about this thing is you empty, raise the bed up, and the salt comes back. It goes into an auger that runs the entire width and feeds it right into the salt spreader. So it's really a slick operation. I made him knock some money off since it was a 24. We are already getting the Sourcewell pricing, but the net on it is $122,500. It is a good price. We can use it. We can get it real quick before the snow comes, and I'd like to buy it. We have the money. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any question. Well, I guess is this just a new acquisition or a replacement of something else?
It's a new one. We kind of we have 3 sizes of trucks. This is the middle size. It's a good sized truck. Yeah, we have one that we bought that was used from the State Highway Department. It's hardly running. So yeah, this is more or less a replacement and just trying to keep an update on the fleet.
Great. I don't have any questions.
No questions.
Then I would move that we approve the purchase of the F-550 truck that's been suggested.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the quote for the Ford 550 truck with the adjustment on the quote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you, Mac. Next item on the agenda tonight is the consideration of position description as a laborer at the wastewater treatment plant. Ms. Simpson, would you come forward?
Good evening, Board. We have a position for the laborer at the wastewater treatment plant. We currently have a job description for the utility department and a laborer, but we felt like there just needed to be some specific wording specific to the wastewater treatment plant, just because they deal in something, slightly different than the utility department in and of itself. We did notice this evening on the first page under duties where it says troubleshoots, electrical, mechanical, and so on, we'd like to add the word assists in troubleshooting prior to your approval. And then on page 3 under responsibility, incumbent would report directly to the working foreman of the wastewater treatment plant instead of the city superintendent. So with those 2 changes, we would ask that you approve this job description.
Any questions for Brandy?
No?
Is someone already in this position?
Not currently.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I would move that we approve the position with the requested changes to the duties and responsibilities.
I'll second it.
The motion made and seconded to approve the position with the amended wording on the description. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. I think that was an
I
aye.
was asking a legal question.
Oh.
It's very important.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Oaks? Gary?
We're looking at a change order from Reed. This is on the North Levy. We discussed this somewhat at the last meeting. I've asked Ben and Buck to be here tonight to present their positions on this. We're not in agreement with it to this point, but they're going to present their position.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen?
This isn't the same one that we got last time, right? This is a new one?
This is the one that's both the fence that we disagreed to last time.
Okay.
And the one we said it was coming, that's much bigger. Yeah,
Okay, so these are aggregated then?
this is 103,000.
Okay.
Good evening. As you know, we're the contractors for Reed and Sons to put the North Levy in. We were contracted to put the apparatuses and appendages in the levee itself. After completion of the levee, we was asked to remove the apparatuses due to the piping going through the levee was not at a precise elevation, which in terms of, we decided in the field, when I say we, our representatives and town of Martinsville representatives come out to an agreement that by design, the plan wasn't going to work because the apparatuses in the levee would be sticking out on top of the ground without a bolt, without a lid on the vault that was too shallow. So they lowered the pipes, put things in, then we were requested to come in and remove all the apparatuses inside the levee on top of the dam itself. Therefore, kind of showing you that the design itself is at fault. We did what we could in the field with agreements with everybody in the field working as a unit to make this problem feasible and work. And then when it comes down to it, then we were asked to remove what we put in on the design of the project to make it work. So therefore, we kept detailed tickets on our time, all the materials we used to redo the situation, to correct it, to make the situation work, which basically we took out stuff that we'd already installed because it wouldn't work. So we took it out and returned some of it and done away with some of it. So basically, we're just asking to be compensated for our time and efforts and the materials used on the extra part of the levee extensions. So
Okay.
I don't know if that's clear enough for you, or
If I may, this isn't close to the story that I heard, what's happened.
okay.
So if the board has questions, go ahead and ask tonight, but I would like to see a meeting of the two of you, a representative from HWC, a representative from Banning, and the city, sit down and figure out who is at fault on this situation.
That was the first question I had. You mentioned that this was faulty plans and that you had the sign off of, or at least somebody out there from our organization, and you guys tried to make it happen. It just didn't work, and I understand that, but I would like to know if we source this all the way back to who screwed up at the beginning, and we sort of figure that out, and I'm fully willing for it not to be you, and I mean that. I'm fully willing for that to be the case. Whoever dropped the ball is going to have to be the one that picks it up, and I'm like you. I'd kind of like to.
Because this is completely different than what I've heard prior to tonight. And again, I don't think the city of Martinsville should be bearing the cost of your extra expenses. I think if we get the four parties involved in a room, maybe we can get something resolved, but.
I totally agree with you.
But again, it's to Mr. Lillywhite and Mrs. Bray, but I don't think it's the fault of the city, so why should we pay an additional $100 and some thousand?
I tend to agree with you.
So-
Just, I'm looking at the fact, we put in a design system, and there's always field adjustments made, not just as we go on, we'll do it, but there's an agreement to do field adjustments, and there was a field adjustment made to make the design work. Without it, the design would not work, and that's why here we are.
So, and you have to forgive me. I'm not. I don't operate equipment. I'm not out on site, so I don't know what the sort of accepted standard operating procedure is, but it does make sense that you would make adjustments while you're out there. I mean, obviously, the real world is always a little bit different than what you think it's going to be on paper. The decisions that were made to do this, who ultimately decided to do it? Was that something that you decided? Was that something that you recommended and then were given permission?
It was between my foreman and Martinsville representative,
Okay, and who was that?
Steve,
HWC's representative.
thank you.
Oh, okay, HWC is
Yes.
It was
represented.
HWC's inspector that gave the go-ahead to move forward with it.
Okay, so that, we were out of the loop on that. That was just a decision that was made. Okay.
I would say you need to get with Mr. Porter and Mac be able to set a time that Mr. Coffey is going to be available to be in that meeting also, because I figure it's going to be kind of a long meeting deciding who's at fault. But again, I want on record that the city of Martinsville is not at fault here. We had the documents, we bid them out, we went through all the procedures we needed to, and if there's a mistake, this is something that's between you, HWC, and Banning Engineering.
So that you understand, the $103,000, that expense, I've reviewed that, and those numbers are real. I would have no problem with that. So you're really looking back to, as John said, back to the start, where to start at.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I don't think anybody disputes that, this is a legitimate bill. We're just not sure who's supposed to write the check. And I suspect, as the mayor is saying, that somebody gave you the go-ahead, and maybe they gave you the go-ahead without the full power and authority of check writing ability.
Or were the plans correct to begin with?
Well, and that could be it too.
That's where the discrepancy lies in our opinion.
Really?
Right.
If we have to
Plans are
take,
not correct.
yeah, if we have to take apparatuses out and pretty much discontinue some of them, plans are not true to start out with,
Okay.
so.
Well, and that helps. I mean, that's kind of a simple but powerful statement, so.
And
Kelly?
The only thing I question is, early on, Gary said that this includes the change order we had from last week when it said that it was the chain link fence installation. And so is that, because I thought we were paying for more fence because we made the pad bigger and so the fence had to go around. Do you remember pointing that out in the change
Right.
order? So is
Right.
that $20,000 on this change order?
no, that's a different change order.
Just before this.
Okay, all right.
And I would like to.
But it's all related, I'm assuming.
The 103 is a separate deal.
Okay.
The chain link fence is from my subcontractor, which Gary informed me that you denied that bill. And I would like to state in defense of the contractor that yes, he did right. We had a $1,700 change order, which amounted to $17,000, but he also, on his contract proposal, gives a per foot price, per linear foot of fence. And if anybody wants to go out and measure how many linear foot he actually put in, add the gates in, it comes up to the same amount that we was asking.
Well, and unfortunately, we discussed that last meeting. You were not here.
Yes.
We decided that was on you, not the city, because you had the specs, the measurements, and it was your contractor or sub that you accepted the bid from. So that's not something that'll be discussed tonight.
Okay, well, I'd like to get on. Can I get on the docket to do this one more time while I'm here to discuss that in the future?
We'll talk to our attorney to see if we've already made a decision on that, but you need to call Mr. Porter tomorrow and make a meeting where we can all get together.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Mr. Dunn?
Yep. With the growth comes situations.
Right.
There was no action taken on that, or was there a motion to table? I'm sorry.
No action taken.
Okay. We've got some good growth going on, but with that growth comes some situations, and this particular thing is parking. Up at Wayne and East Morgan Street, at the new restaurant, the 1915 restaurant. We've been noticing that people are parking right next to the building. We've got that wonderful parking lot there, but you know how the human nature is, they want to get just absolutely as close. I think if they could park right next to the oven, they would do it. But anyway, so we have cars pulling in, sometimes they're pulled in this way, other times they're pulled in this way. And we have a real safety concern. I don't know if do you have that? Okay. What's happening is they're pulling clear up on the sidewalk. It's never intended for that. And they're either parking right up next to the building, or they're leaving just a little space where people can squeeze through. You can't restrict a sidewalk. That needs to be open and accessible. I'm also very concerned that at some point, somebody is gonna plant their car into the building. It happens. And the larger vehicles, especially the SUVs and trucks, they're blocking the southbound lane on Wayne Street. They're sticking out, and it just cannot continue. My recommendation on this thing is, as you can see in this map, we'll go in there, cut out part of that concrete, because it's kind of sloped up to the sidewalk. We'll cut that part out, and we will add 3 offset parallel parking spots. I would recommend to you that probably the best use would be for handicap accessible parking. There's enough space, we can make each space 23 feet long, 10 feet wide, plenty big enough for even the biggest SUV. No parking, a little yellow part there, we want to keep that open towards Morgan Street to keep the visibility. And then further back, where they have a wonderful patio outdoor area, and I want to make sure that there's no parking in front of that, because across the street, and I'm not sure who had done it, they painted the side of the laundromat, and then they put some
Murals.
yeah, some murals, thank you. And so it's really nice, they can sit there and look out on that. They don't need to be looking at cars. And that was never used for parking, even back when it was Hopkins and Woods. They pulled up further next to the building. So that is my proposal. I'm trying to get some bids on what that's gonna cost us to do. But it needs to be done.
In the
For safety.
meantime, we could just put up no parking signs or something there.
It's all up to you, though. Yes, I would recommend that we probably stop that now.
We may have to paint it on the concrete because it's all concrete, there's no grass area in there.
And we'll try to get it done. If that's what you want to do, we'll try to get this done as quickly as possible. Personally, I love offset parallel parking. It still leaves the 2 lanes wide open in the street, and probably I think the best course of action.
Well, I think Mr. Dunn's correct, because I know that even when I came out there, there's probably less than 2 feet, the front bumpers were away from the wall.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that at all, and I would recommend that we go out as early as is convenient to put up some type of no parking barrier or signage or something.
I did send an email to Anthony Locke, who actually owns the building, to let him know what I was going to propose, and I was going to propose it tonight. I did not go by and talk to the gentleman that's running the restaurant. I probably should, and I will. But, pardon me?
I spoke down here.
Oh, did you? Good, great, okay. Did he seem to understand?
Yeah, that would need to be done. Tonight I was there, they moved up diagonally, right up to the bird wall, so.
Yeah, okay, good, thank you. So,
Okay, so I would entertain a motion regarding the North Wayne Street.
I'll make a motion that we approve the diagonal parking and the no parking in front of the
And I will second that motion.
patio, yes.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve the modified parking on North Wayne Street. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed no, motion carries. Thank you. Prior to tonight, you were sent out claims. Have you had a chance to review those, and do you have any questions or comments?
No. Make a motion that we approve it.
I would Second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve the claims as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. The motion carries. Sewer adjustments, we just have the one tonight, 310 East Morgan Street, $754.42. You received the information. Are there any questions or concerns?
This is the second half of the part we approved last meeting.
I'll make a motion that we accept it.
I would second that.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the water adjustments. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. The motion carries. Next regular meeting of the Board of Works and Safety will be on Monday, November 10th, 2025, 6:30 here in the council chambers.
Mayor, do we need to motion to approve these claims?
You just did.
We did, the sewer claim we did, but not the,
No, you didn't. Kelly made
I
the
did.
motion to
Oh.
approve claims.
You
I
did.
must have misunderstood. My apologies. That's what happens when you get old. You lose your hair, you lose your memory, it's like goldfish in here.
That's okay, Bill. We'll see you next meeting. Or your Sharon.
I'm sorry, are we adjourned now? I appreciate that.
I go down there.
Welcome to tonight's council meeting. It's a public
public meeting. We're glad that you're all here. I would ask you to silence your cell phones and remove your cameras. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday, October 27th, 2025 meeting of the Martinsville Common Council. The meeting is hereby called to order. At this time, I would like to invite Pastor Warner Swopes of the Zionsville Baptist Church to come forward. He will lead us in prayer, and then if you would remain standing for our pledge of allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today just in awe of your presence and who you are and what you do for us and for our community. We ask that you'll just continue to bless this council and bring them to decisive unity on all things. That we know that you are in control of all things, God, but we just pray that that you will bring all of us together to make decisions that benefit all of the people of this community, God. We pray that you'll bless this meeting and give us just the strength to continue to do good in this community for the people of this town. And we pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mrs. Williams, please call roll.
John Badger.
Present.
Phil Deckard Sr.
Currently in the rehab center.
Phil Deckard II.
Present.
Josh Farron. Susie Lips.
Present.
Ben Mahan.
Present.
Ann Miller. Present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Prior to tonight's meeting, you received copies of the Tuesday, October 14th, 2025 meeting minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
Move to accept the minutes. I'll second that.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. We need to conduct a public hearing this evening, so without objection, the council will be in recess for the purpose of conducting the public hearing. The public hearing tonight is regarding ordinance 2025-1907, annexing certain territories into the city. Mr. Kosenik.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, council members. You have before you, and hopefully you've reviewed, the Todd and Tricia Price petition for annexation, seeking to annex their real estate, which is located at 2640 East Morgan Street, containing approximately 0.97 acres. Attached to the proposed resolution is Exhibit A, which is a map from the Elevate website showing the location of the Price property and other properties in the immediate vicinity of East Morgan Street. The current residence is a single-family dwelling, and they are they are intending to expand and make some major improvements to that residence, to the happiness of their neighbors, because it's in pretty bad shape. They want to expand. There's an existing septic on the property which would have to be removed and replaced, and it made more sense to request annexation so they can also benefit by the other city services such as city water and fire, etc. This is a super voluntary annexation. Both Todd and Tricia, who are 100% owners of the property, filed that petition for annexation. Publication of this meeting was made timely in accordance with the statute, and you were provided with a proof of publication of this meeting. Also, notice to the adjoining property owners was made, and a certificate of mailing was also provided to the city. Tonight is the first reading, and I provided the resolution and both the proposed annexation ordinance for your review and consideration. And tonight is a first reading, and while the rules require a second reading, This ordinance can be passed, as you well know, with one reading with unanimous vote to suspend the rules. I do not anticipate any objections to this annexation and would ask the council to consider suspending the rules and passing the ordinance at the first reading in order to expedite the process. They are on hold right now for building permits because they need approval for city hookup, and they would like to get started as soon as possible this fall if the city so approves the request for annexation. My clients are here, and they can answer any questions the council or anyone in the public may have regarding this proposed annexation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kucinich. Any questions for Mr. Kucinich? If not, before I open the floor to public comments, I just want to remind you this is a public hearing and the comments are strictly on what's being heard tonight. Are there anybody in the public that wants to make comments in regard to this matter? And then we'll declare the public hearing on ordinance 2025-1907 closed. And without objection, the common council meeting is back in session. First two items Mr. Kucinich's already gone over is the first reading on ordinance 2025-1907 and the resolution for the fiscal plan of the annexation. Any questions from the council, and do you want to suspend the rules?
Is something like this allowed to happen without the, adjoining neighbors or whatever having to also come into the city?
Councilman Miller, the Morgan Street itself is in the city limits. This property touches Morgan Street, so 1/3 of this property, it meets the contiguity requirement. It only takes by statute 1/8, so it does meet contiguous because of this Morgan Street itself at this location is in the city limits already.
Okay, thank you.
They do not wish to hook onto water, is that correct? Sorry, just reading that.
I'm sorry?
They do not wish to receive water?
No,
they do want to receive water.
we have both water and sewer out there already.
They want to hook up to both water and sewer.
Mr. Coffey, did this go before the zoning or anything beforehand? Did it have to?
No, it does not. By statute, annexation is entirely the process and decision of the city council as to expanding your corporate boundaries.
Mr. Coffey, would you see any reason that we would not want, as a city council, to annex this territory?
Absolutely not.
Then I propose that we expedite the process, forego the second reading, and propose to accept ordinance number 2025-1907.
Need to make it two separate motions.
Motion to suspend, and that's passed unanimously, then you can make a motion regarding the action on the ordinance.
I apologize. I make a motion, we suspend the second reading and make a determination this evening.
I second.
Been a motion made and seconded to, I lost my train of thought. Suspend the rules. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Then I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2025-1907 in the annexation of certain territory into the city limits of Martinsville.
Second. Been a motion made and seconded to approve the annexation. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Now, how about on the resolution?
I propose that we suspend the second reading.
Resolution can be passed on the first reading.
Oh, okay.
So we just need a motion on that one.
I'm sorry. Yes, I propose that we accept the resolution 2025-0717, the written fiscal plan for annexation of real estate.
Second.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the resolution 2025-0717, the written fiscal plan for the annexation of the real estate. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pursuit. Prior to tonight's meeting, you were sent copies of the claims to review. Are there any comments or questions regarding the claims?
I have just a couple, one question and one comment. And I wish Mr. Helms were here. The economic development for $10,000 and promotion of the city for $1,000 for 2026 fair concert tickets, so that you have to do that already this far in advance?
We do that because we've got excess funds for this year, so we want to be able to encumber those. So we'll go ahead and do the sponsorship for next year. This year, we did the same thing last year.
Okay, gotcha, all right. And the $500 that was spent for the Sammy Terry show, I understand that that was last night and it was standing room only, so that was definitely money very well spent. I was really glad to hear about that and glad to see that the city promoted that.
Any other comments or the claims? Then I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the claims as presented.
I'll second that.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the claims as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Before we get into council comments, Councilwoman Miller, I have gotten your email about your and Councilman Badger's thing not being on the agenda. We had it on the agenda 3 weeks in a row, nothing was done, so we did not put it on there. It was kind of insinuated in the paper at one point that I control the agenda. I don't control the agenda. You can put anything on there when you want. So you just need, Mr. Porter puts the agenda together. You just need to email him what you want and the support material, and he'll make sure he gets it out. So any other comments from the council this evening?
Yeah, real quick, we did pass out a paper to all the council people of things that we looked over and kind of put together. And so we'd like it back on the agenda for in 2 weeks from now, if we could, Mr. Porter.
Okay, just go ahead and send him an email of what you want, and that way I can drop a document on what you want on there.
Okay.
Any comments from the public this evening?
I had one more comment really quickly. I just wanted to commend Porch Time and Kevin Collier for his the truck or treat that he put together. It was very well attended. There were so many people there. Mr. MacDunn and his lovely wife were a farmer, and his farmer wife, they were really cute, and they were there participating. I couldn't believe the amount of people that showed up for that fundraiser. It really showed what a fabulous town that we have. So I want to just commend Kevin and Porch Time and thank all the people that participated in it. It was really a good show.
Chief Lane?
Just for the good of the order, I guess. One of the first things I did when I come back was institute inspections at the department. It's now time for fall inspection, which is what we call showdown inspection. And that's where you bring everything that's been assigned to you or given to you by the city to do your job. So each officer goes through inspection. Last year we gave an award for, we call this one the showdown inspection, who's ever quote unquote best in show. And we'll do the same this year. We'll have pizza there. It starts tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We also have it on the second half on Wednesday. Could be rain on Wednesday, it looks like. But I'm telling you this, just to tell you, if you're bored tomorrow and you want to see what inspections look like, you're more than welcome to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Lang. The recognized trick-or-treat hours this year, it's going to be Friday, October 31st, 6 to 8:30. If you do not want to participate, we ask you to see your porch light on. If you do want trick-or-treaters coming in your doorway, turn your porch light on. Also realize that is a Friday night football. Coach Duggar wanted to know if we could suspend trick-or-treat this year. I told him, I said, I'd really like to, but I need to guarantee a win if we do that, because my head would be on the chopping block, not his. So, but anyhow, trick-or-treat this Friday, and we also wish the artisans best of luck also. Next regular meeting of the Common Council will be on Monday, November 10th, 7 o'clock here in the council chambers. We are adjourned.
Thank you. You really asked.
Yeah, he was joking.
Oh, okay. That's.
I wish I could.